Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead video. So in this one, I want to talk about Dead City quite a bit. There's actually some stuff I want to talk about in terms of the Daryl Dixon show, but I'll leave that towards the end. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I do want to talk about something about the show. And just in terms of stuff coming out with the show, and it's a little weird that we're getting a lot of stuff that's just sort of getting leaked out there. I'm not covering any of it because it's not officially released or anything like that, but it's just, yeah, I don't really understand that whole thing. I don't understand how that's happening. But anyways, before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. Fear the Walking Dead premieres in I think it's 9 days, right, on AMC Plus, and then it's not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. I guess for cable viewers, Dead City premieres next month, and it looks like there's going to be some stuff slowly coming out. It does seem like they are going to be promoting Dead City a lot more here. Like just when I did that video yesterday, there was already stuff that started to come out, and the first thing that was released was this Maggie Rhee character portrait for Dead City. And, the character portrait isn't anything too special. Like, to me, the whole thing with character portraits, the reason why I like them so much is it just sort of signals the fact that The Walking Dead is back. And that there's just, there's new things to look forward to. Like, I don't really get, I guess I still do get excited when I do see character portraits, because I got excited when I saw this. And I think a big part of it is because the characters will have new looks sort of thing for the season, right? So it's cool to see that. And we just haven't really gotten that for a long time now. And I don't know. I like the fact that for Dead City that they are doing that. This one here is for Maggie. We haven't gotten anything yet for Negan. I think this was from WonderCon actually. So this was something that was already out before, but I guess has now just been sort of released. And I hope we do get character portraits for other characters. And the reason why character portraits are very important is because, especially for these spinoffs as well, there's lead characters that I think people are going to have to learn more about. And there's a lot of new characters here on Dead City. There's a couple new characters that are going to be very big characters. They're going to be lead characters here in the story. A character portrait of all the lead characters on I guess each show or each spinoff, I think is a really great way in letting the audience or letting fans know that these are the main players in the story sort of thing, and giving a description of each character. Obviously with Maggie and with Negan, it's sort of straightforward, but still do that. And then with the newer characters, you can sort of, give more of a character description of what their character is going to be like this season, or just their path, their story, or just where they're at sort of thing. Just a little tease as to what's to come. And so this is one of the first things we got. This is a little teaser here of Maggie Rhee in Dead City, and it's really cool. I like her new look. Honestly, the hairstyle, the jacket looks really cool. I overall do like her new look. I do think she gets the jacket probably later on in episode 1 or maybe episode 2, because I know in some of the trailer stuff and some of the things where it looks like, or at least where I think the story is going anyways, I think in the first episode she's wearing this blue jean jacket sort of thing. And I think once she gets to New Jersey, or to New York, I guess, right, because they filmed in New Jersey but the story is set in New York, I think once she gets there, that's when she's gonna get this jacket. And yeah, I'm really hyped for the story here. I really can't wait to see these characters again. I do miss the characters. It's May 2nd. We just saw the characters last November, but that's a long time. That's a long time. I wonder, has that been the longest time since we've really been without The Walking Dead? Or I guess a couple of years ago with the big pause, there was that. There wasn't a lot of material then, but it's been a long time, because usually if the show, the mid-season finales would end in November, we would get something in February, and then it would end in April, and then we would get material again in October. So that's about a 6-month wait, and it's already been about 6 months. So once the show premieres, it'll have been 7 months, maybe closer to 8 months even. So yeah, and the thing is, that's not even for Daryl Dixon or anything like that. That show is going to be premiering likely this October. So for Daryl, it'll have been almost close to a year since we've watched anything with that character, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm very happy that we have this here. I do hope they release the other ones. I think, there was a lot of excitement when this stuff started to come out yesterday, and not even just for this. There's also a Walking Dead Dead City supply drop. Now, I am a big fan of the supply drops. I haven't like really had them in the longest time just because I don't really know why. I just haven't really. I don't know if it was just because of my past relationship and stuff like that that I couldn't really collect a lot of stuff because I used to a long time ago, and then I wasn't almost like, I don't want to say I wasn't allowed, but it was just sort of like I would get a look if I just like all of a sudden got some new stuff in or whatever. It'd be like, oh, this again? Where are you gonna put this now? Sort of thing, right? Which makes sense because it did, like, I did start to collect a lot of stuff, and I've never really had a lot of Walking Dead stuff. It's a very weird thing, but I haven't had a lot of Walking Dead stuff, which is changing right now. I am actually collecting a lot more stuff right now, but the supply drops, I mean, honestly, I really would be open to like reviewing these supply drops or doing like unboxings or stuff like that on the channel. But maybe if AMC wants to reach out or something like that and we'll work something out, then I'll totally do that. But I think these Dead City supply drops are very cool. Just the stuff that you get in there. Like I've seen shirts and stuff that you get. It's very unique stuff that you can really only get here, and that's the part about it that makes me really want to get it, because I don't really have any like Walking Dead shirts, and my room is like my room now, so I can really decorate it however I want, and I could definitely use a lot more Walking Dead stuff in here for sure. So yeah, this right here is very cool, honestly. Like, it's the little things like this that make a big difference, right? Like, it's stuff like this that makes fans very excited, because it's just, I don't know, it's like collectibles and stuff like that. It's when you go into detail with things like this, when you have the merch out there and all of that, it just feels exciting. It's just, you know, because you're a fan of this stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, there's something so cool about the fact that, say I went to the store or something like that, and then I saw like this section there of like Walking Dead Dead City stuff, right? Like, that to me is so cool. If I saw some like action figures of like Maggie and Negan, and it was like, you know, with the Walking Dead Dead City branding, to me, that is so cool. Like, I'll totally get some. I'll get a lot of it. Like, that's the stuff there that creates a lot of excitement overall for the universe. And I think they should do a lot more of that. And branding it like this, I think, is very, very smart. Honestly, this is super awesome. I'm really contemplating on getting some of this, or I guess subscribing to this, because yeah, it just looks really awesome. I'm hoping it's not too late right now. But I also wanted to touch on one thing that I've seen some people ask me about, and that is in terms of the writer's strike. I don't know too much about the writer's strike and what's happening with all of that, and I don't really want to get into all that anyways, but I've had the question, like, is this going to affect the shows and stuff? And, you know, obviously in terms of what they have released, like the Rick and Michonne show, probably not. I don't see it because the show's filming right now. The scripts are basically done. Like, overall, everything's sort of written, so that's fine. Their Daryl Dixon show is already filmed and done. Dead City is already filmed and done. Daryl Dixon season 2, I believe, is filming right now. At least that's the rumor out there. I have no idea if that's true or not, but that's the rumor out there right now. So if that's true, then I don't think it's going to affect that too much. And then in terms of Dead City, like, I think once the Rick and Michonne show's done filming, they're likely going to be filming for season 2 right away, right? And I don't see that necessarily being affected, because I'm pretty sure they've written a lot of it already. Like, maybe there's some aspects to it that are affected, but I don't think it's going to affect the release date. I think, you know, luckily with the Walking Dead universe and all that, I don't think it's necessarily going to be affected, because Fear the Walking Dead's already done, sort of thing. So I think overall it's fine. I think future stuff, you know, maybe there is something that happens there. But in terms of the strike, like, again, I don't really know if, is this going to be a month-long thing, 2 months, a few weeks, or a few days? I really have no idea. I don't think this is going to affect The Walking Dead in any way. I think everything is still going to release as is. And yeah, I'm not really necessarily that worried about it. But the one thing that I am sort of, I guess, kind of concerned about a little bit is some of the leaks that do come out with the show in general. And I'm not talking about filming leaks. Like, that kind of stuff is just, that's going to happen because you're filming outside. People, you know, who are big fans of the show, I mean, The Walking Dead's huge, right? Like, you have fans everywhere. So people are going to be taking photos and videos and stuff of you on set. And there's so much out there for the Rick and Michonne show. Like, I don't cover it here on the channel. I think I've covered a couple things very early on when it seemed like that was, you know, it's just going to be that. But there's been so much more stuff lately. Very, very spoilery. So I'm not covering that at all. But those aren't the type of leaks I'm even talking about anyways. It's actual footage from these shows that is sort of being released out there. And I've seen some stuff out there for the Daryl Dixon show, and I don't really understand how this stuff is coming out. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I really don't support that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, I guess it tells me that they are working on trailers and stuff, and there is stuff that is practically done at this point. I don't know when they're planning to release it though. At least in terms of the Daryl Dixon one, like from what I've seen, it looks like it's really, really completed. But I guess they're still going to wait another 2 months until Comic-Con. They're just going to kind of sit on that for now, which I think they can. I think there's, honestly, for the Daryl show, there's no point in releasing something for that right now. You might as well wait until Comic-Con. I think maybe a week or two before you can release some new photos or something like that. But I think for now, you might as well just sort of wait. Just promote Dead City a lot more. Release the trailer for that. That's what people want. People want that trailer. Why haven't we heard anything about that, right? Like, I want to know when we're going to get that trailer. Apparently, it's very soon. And like I was saying in yesterday's video, the day before, I do think it's likely going to be in line with Fear the Walking Dead's premiere, like the season 8 premiere. So it's probably going to drop in like 12 days or maybe our next Thursday, like the 11th. But yeah, in terms of those leaks and stuff like that, I know people have been asking me about that. Like, are you going to be talking about this? Have you seen this? Like, I have seen things, but I'm not going to talk about it just because it's just, I don't know. It's not like officially released, and it's not that exciting. And I don't know. There could be some missing context to so much of it. I would rather just wait until it's all released, and then I'll just I'll get into it then, right? So, but yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Definitely post your thoughts down below. Post your thoughts down below on just leaks in general. Do you care about that? And also, what about the supply drop? Have you guys ever gotten the supply drop? And then I guess post some thoughts on Dead City season, I guess I was going to say season 2, but season 1, obviously, and the character portraits and stuff like that. That show is premiering in, I guess, 47 days now. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.